Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to do a by the books blade change and deck cleaning on our Simplicity zero turn mower. Okay, like I said, this is going to be by the books. What you got to do is drop the deck, pull the deck out, tip the deck up, and then do your blade change, your greasing, your deck cleaning, and all of that stuff. Then you got to drop the deck back down, slide it back under, and connect it back up. I'll show you how to do all that stuff. That is 100% by the books. There are many other ways to do this. You can lift the front end with a chain hoist from the rafters. How I used to do it is run one wheel up onto a ramp, put a jack stand under the deck, and then just reach under there. I tried doing that yesterday, but I got vertigo so bad that I just had to stop. So I'm going to do it by the books today, and I'll show you how to do that. If you want to do it one of the other ways, there's plenty of videos on that as well. All right, the first thing you need to do is set the deck height at 2.5 inches. That's where I got it already. And then we'll take this hatch cover off. The reason for removing the deck is to get at this idler pulley and see what you're doing. We'll get it off of the idler pulley and then get it off of the power takeoff in the back, which it should just drop off now. There we go. And when we put this back together, we're just going to put this back on the idler pulley, and that should do it. Okay, now we're going to drop the deck. Okay, now for the deck bracket. This just has a cotter pin on this side. Take that off, and we'll pop that pin out. But before we do that, we're going to have to support the front of the deck with some boards and possibly pry it upwards a little bit. All right, I just have a 2x4 and a 1x4, and if I kneel on this back part, it will lift that up nicely, and I'll need to lift it up just a little bit so I can turn this pin. This pin actually just has a clip on here, so all I need to do is turn that so I can get that clip off. Let me see, maybe I can do this right here. I'll probably need 2 hands. There we go. And there's the clip. And again, I am kneeling on that board to take the pressure off of this, or take the weight off of it. Okay, these are called the tractor lift brackets. And this is the deck bracket. They're connected with another pin and a clip right here. This is the same on both sides. I'm going to use that same board to lift this up a little bit, get this pin out, get the other pin out, then we can slide the deck out of here. Now, with these brackets disconnected, you lift the deck all the way up, and what that does is gets this bracket out of the way so you can pull this out of here. Alright, should be good to go. Okay, the deck is on the ground. Now I just got to pull it out. You pull it out if you're facing forward. You got to pull it out to the left-hand side. And again, this is a harder way to change your blades, but you have a lot better access to the underside of the deck. So while you're doing it this way, you can get the deck nice and clean and spray silicone on it and all that other stuff. And if you're like me and have vertigo, it's just much easier to do it this way. Okay, look at how bad these blades are. I've really neglected these. I think I'm just going to toss these out. I have new blades. So let's get these off. Find the zirk. There's the zirk. Hopefully these aren't plugged up. And clean these decks out a bit and then get the new blades on. Wow. I've gone without an impact wrench my entire life. I just got this, maybe 2 months ago. Holy cow. That probably would have took me 20-30 minutes with a hammer and just tapping on a wrench. And I would have messed up the bolt really bad. Yeah, those are terrible. Okay. Wow. It's like a miracle tool. I'll put a link to this impact in the description below for those of you who don't have one already. But man, that's just too easy. Okay, that's about as clean as I'm going to be able to get it. Now, I'm going to have to try to get grease into these zirks. I'm guessing they're probably pretty plugged up. They make a tool that you put on these and then you tap it and it clears these out, but I do not have one. I'm going to have to get one of those, and if I can't get grease in here, I'll have to get grease in here soon. I did grease these last time I pulled the deck, so they should still have some in there. All right, let me get this cleaned up, then we'll blow the stuff out of here. I'm going to spray it down with silicone, which is going to help keep the grass from sticking on here for a while. and we'll get that grease in here, get the new blades on, and then reinstall this deck. Alright. I think it was going in one of them, but the other ones feel plugged up. Let's try replacing the zirk. Find out what size that is. Must be metric. Too big, too small. Too small. Too big. I have no idea what size that is. Nope, didn't work. Yeah, these zirks are an odd size. None of my wrenches fit it. So I'll either pull these out next time I do this, or I'll use that tool and clear them. But for now, I got to get these blades on and get this deck back on. Show you the edge on there. These are new blades, but they come with a real rough edge and they're painted black. I just take a grinder and grind it down to the same angle that they have it, then put an edge on it, and then flatten the other side of it. And these wings go upwards. I leveled the deck on this the last time I took the deck off, but the next time I'm going to do this again in spring, And I'm either going to replace these zirks or get them cleaned out, and I'll level the deck again. And at that time, I'll put a brand new pair of blades on and get these sharpened and have a spare set like that. But for now, the blades on here were so dull that they're just shredding up the grass. It'll cut the grass just fine, but it'll leave ragged ends on the grass blades. And you don't really want to do that right before winter because it's pretty damaging to the grass. Beautiful. All right, let's take a look at this before I take this down. It's nice and clear here now, so now it can work as it was designed. When it cuts the grass, these fins right here lift the grass up and it sends it this way, and the next blade sends it this way, and the last blade sends it out the chute. With all that grass packed in there, it was just so much harder for the machine to do its job. So now with a really nice clean deck and real sharp blades, this thing is going to mow like a champion. And another thing, once you tip this up on edge, it kind of stands, but you're going to want to clamp it to something. I clamped it to the leg of the table saw. Even just leaning it up against a wall is going to be better than nothing. And I put this concrete block up against the roller so it doesn't want to tip out on me. It's pretty stable on edge, but I wouldn't want it just standing there in the middle of the room. All right, let's get this thing down. Okay, found another little problem. These pins that the deck lift goes on are really worn. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that or not. And these holes were kind of worn as well. It was hard to get the washer off of there. So I'm going to order some of these. And when I take this deck off in the spring, I'm going to replace those, replace the zirks. And that looks like about it. The belt still looks good, so I think that's all that's wrong with it. All right, let me get it under there. All right, I'm at the back of the machine now, and we're going to pull the belt through this opening and onto the PTO pulley like that. Then we'll go to the front and get it back on that idler pulley. Okay, now this belt goes around the idler like that, and that should be it for the belts. Now we just got to put this deck hatch back on and we're done. I'd like to blow this off, but it'll get way too messy in here. I'll have to take this outside to blow off, but it doesn't really need it right here. Just get this stuff off. And one last thing I needed to do, I filled all the tires to the proper pressure. These front tires on this particular tractor take 46 pounds and the rear ones take 15. So It's all ready to pull out of here now. Okay, I still got a fair amount of cleanup to do, but I'm not going to bore you with that. Like I said, the next time I take that deck off the tractor, I'm going to replace all the parts I was talking about. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.